Mr. This blood clot, you know, wicked.
What up? Welcome to Spooky TV, and today we're gonna be discussing here, the black man's here, and high schools based in Jamaica. So this article was posted in the Jamaica Star, and of course it reflects a situation where a Jamaican principal is adamant that this young boy should cut his hair or lock it or do not return to school. And it makes me wonder, why is it that Jamaican schools are still pushing this narrative that black kids that are descendants of Africans, should cut their hair? When, if you go to those same schools, you will notice that children that are Indian, children that are white, children that are white, Chinese, mixed races, and I mean mixed races where you can tell by the texture of the hair, those kids are not normally reprimanded. I remember I was growing my hair while going through high school, and I had an afro. And I went through a very hard time to maintain my afro, while there were Indian kids in the same school wearing ponytails, and they were never reprimanded. And I remember one time one of the principals said to me that, hey, you need to cut your hair. And I was a very radical high school youth, and I said, no, me not cut my hair. Me not cut my hair unless the Indian youth them cut their hair. Because you're saying that the hair should not be above a certain height or a certain amount of inches. But if you measure those guys' hair and you measure mine, you'll see that their hair is like 10 times longer than mine. But you have no issue with that because the problem is not the hair within itself as it relates to the length. Your problem is what you consider to be good hair and bad hair. And because we have been told by Europeans that African hair is not good, it is still engraved in the minds of Jamaican leaders, Jamaican teachers, Jamaican principals, Jamaican parents, Jamaican politicians. Because chances are, if this child should take this very case to the Ministry of Education, he would maybe lose the case, and the principal that is telling him to cut his hair would have maybe gotten right. So this is no small thing. It's like you will meet a girl, to show you an example. You'll meet a girl, and the girl is not very beautiful. You know what I mean? But she's light skinned, and then you meet a girl and she's dark skinned. You have a lot of guys who will think the ugly light-skinned girl is prettier than the most beautiful dark-skinned girl, because his mind is so programmed to the point where he cannot tell that, hey, that black person is more beautiful than that dark-skinned, than that light-skinned person. You know that. I've been in situations before where me a with my brethren, and me show my brethren a girl with dark skin, and my brethren I be like, no, she not good looking, and then look on a ugly bumbuckler brown girl, and I say the brown girl pretty. And me have to say, no, she's not pretty. But your mind has been programmed to think that she is more beautiful because the media and, of course, our colonial history makes us think that way. This brainwashing of our people has been so entrenched to the point where politicians, as you can see in this picture, former Minister Pernell Charles is still wearing a blonde wig, which is representing what the white parliamentarians used to wear back in the day. Now you tell me, a black man is still clinging on to a blonde wig and is wearing it to parliament, right? If you notice this other picture right there, you'll see the white dudes in the Supreme Court of the British government wearing their white wigs. For them, it's still a wig, but at least it goes with their race that is indigenous to them. Why is it that a black man in Jamaica is so hot, but you're rather to be sweaty in parliament wearing a wig representing your colonial oppressor? Why is it that is so important to you, but you want to tell this young man to cut his hair? Because getting rid of his hair is more acceptable for you. In 2021, Jamaica is one of the few countries where that thing is still being used to hold back our youth. Jamaican parents will tell their kids, oh, your hair bad, cut your hair bad. Your hair not pretty like the one they hear. Such and such hair pretty. And so a lot of kids grow with insecurity because they feel like they're not good enough.
Mr. This blood clot, you know, wicked.
A lot of kids are raised with insecurity, and parents and the system, are the main causes of that. Because if every day as a child you're being told that your hair is not good and your skin is not light enough and the light skin one is pretty or whatever, you grow with stuff like those and then you bring them to your own kids. You are now a teacher in a school system. You're now a principal. You try to push that same treatment that was taught to you by your parents on the kids. And so, in order for us to get past this, it starts from now, this generation. We have to learn how to love ourselves and pass that love to our kids and teach our kids to love themselves. Because the previous generation, that principal's generation, is already lost. You know what I mean? He is bound to die having low self-esteem and thinking that his hair ain't shit. You know what I mean? But I just hope that this parent for this child continues to push it to the end and don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Make it as big of an issue, as messy of an issue as you can. If you can find a way to get the international media involved, get them involved. Make it messy and nasty. And the reggae artists and the Rastaman them jump on board and help make it messy and nasty. This thing must end. Marcus Garvey said the black man have good black man here, the white man have good white man here, the Chinese have good Chinese here. Every race have good here based on how their race is designed by the creator himself. God no make no mistake. God no make no mistake. I see him so back in the days, big body wasn't the thing. They used to laugh after the black woman big body. Now, woman inject them body to look like the black woman. Them laugh after the black man lip, say the black man lip big. Now, white people are inject them lip to look like the black man lip. Pay attention. Pay attention and learn to love on yourself. And stop facilitate this insecurity in the minds of our kids, of our children, of the next generation. We don't want to see that no more. And if it's me like this parents, me take it to as far as me can take it go. I'm not trim me youth. So youth hold on your hair. Turn up every day at school. Make them kick you out and you go back the next day, go sit down in the class. Make them hold you and trim you for your hair and then you sue them, bumba clot. You should be ashamed of yourself. Speaking to the system, speaking to the principal. Looking at this man right now, Pernell Charles right there with him wig. Pernell Charles, you should ashamed of yourself for you wear that wig. You know that wig has nothing to do with your race. You know the pain that wig caused for our people. You know the oppression that wig placed our people under. And there you are, wearing that wig so proudly. As you sit there in a parliament. Sit down in a parliament, man. And a pressure black youth. If you cut them here. And then the irony is, this is being done in February, which is, coincidentally, Black History Month. Full time if you rise past this. Full time. Last year we saw do the same thing and kick out the Rasta girl out of school because of the same foolishness. But she must go trim up here or all type of nonsense. Same so on the pick pan them around them. You know, crime and violence are tear down Jamaica. But you can't fight crime. But as the Maroon them camp up, ready for go beat up Maroon and have one bag of chat when time I come to Maroons. But stuff like them, yeah. You have strength for. But you can't fix nothing else. You can't fix two potholes in our road. I'm out. All for him youths.